Cal. A drive deep to right field. The Mariners are going to the playoffs. The drought is over.
Welcome to Seattle, and our star of the night is named Ty France. We may be in the Pacific Northwest, but the theme tonight is South of France night. Ty France bobblehead night. Fans have flocked here to the ballpark, and they get a baguette for their troubles as well. That should make for a very fortifying evening throughout the course of this ball game tonight. It's the Mariners take on the Minnesota Twins, game 2 of a 4-game set. Welcome to Mariners baseball here on Root Sports. I'm Dave Sims with Dan the Man Wilson on another gorgeous night here in Seattle. We're on a fantastic run weather-wise, and it has been just sparkling to be here. The All-Star game was here just a week ago, so weather-wise everything is just about perfect. For those of you watching from back east, well, we wish you all the best. See, you've had some problems. We are not having those problems as we come to you from the T and the M of T-Mobile Park with a little wave there. Good crowd on hand. We had about 25,000 last night for the first game. The Mariners won that one 7-6. It was a come-from-behind victory, a one-run victory, and the Mariners are back to a game over 500, Dan. And man, they have spent so much time at 2 games over, 2 games below. It's time to get rolling. Time's starting to run short.
Yeah, good come-from-behind win last night. Scored some runs late to pad that lead. They needed it, but a big win, I think, a confidence builder for the Mariners last night, Dave.
Absolutely. As young Bryan Woo takes the field, the young man who grew up a San Francisco Giant fan. Here's a look at the Twins lineup.
Well, Carlos Correa in that leadoff spot, hitting .340 with 5 doubles since being inserted in that leadoff spot on June 30th. Max Kepler will bat fourth in right field tonight. He was 2 for 5 last night with that big 3-run homer to cut the lead to 1 in the 9th. Willie Castro had the night off last night. He'll be in center field batting 6th. He's got speed, 20 of 24 at stolen bases. And Christian Vasquez, the veteran catcher, will catch and bat 9th. And there's Bryan Woo taking his warm-up tosses for tonight, making his 8th start, the 1-1 record. 3.63 ERA, 43 strikeouts over his 34 2/3 innings of work, and coming off 2 consecutive quality starts for Bryan, 1 in San Francisco and 1 in Houston. And this is the arsenal that the Minnesota Twins will see. 4-seam fastball and a 2-seamer. He's got the slider, the cutter, and the changeup. And he will use that cutter quite a bit. It says 6% there. He was up around 24%, 25% usage his last time out. It's a good pitch for him. And the defensive behind him tonight, A.J. Pollock will be in left field. Jared Kelenic will scoot over to center field. Teo Hernandez in right. Suarez, Crawford, Caballero, and France left to right on the infield. Cal Raleigh will do the catching tonight for Bryan Woo.
Noticeable absence, Julio Rodriguez getting a well-deserved day off. Scott Servais said we could see him late in the game. Carlos Correa, late of the Houston Astros and that 2017 team. He is going to hear it as he approaches home plate. I think fans here in the Pacific Northwest are going to have a long memory as and here it comes. Correa flirted going to New York. He's pretty much locked up at San Francisco. Things fell apart. And here he is back with the Twins. Leads the club in hits, RBIs, and doubles. But he's hitting just .232. First pitch brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. Bryan Woo making his 3rd home start. And here we go. First pitch swung on. A little looper. Hanging up. Pollock got a good jump. And it drops in front. Thought he had a shot at that base hit.
Correa coming up, being aggressive. 96-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands. And as you mentioned, Dave, he didn't hit it hard. He got jammed a little bit on it, but able to drop it in front of A.J. Pollock. A lot of wind up there again tonight. And I think maybe that had a little bit of a factor as well. We saw that wind last night as well.
All 3 Mariner outfielders were affected by it last night. Here's Eddie Julien. Had a big night. He's the second baseman for Minnesota. Julien 3 for 4. twice went the other way to left field for base hit, and his final at bat in the ninth, single to right. Mike Malinsky has home plate, and as you look at that view right there, the inside portions of the batter's box, as he does all the time. He's a local guy, born in Tacoma, and he always scrapes them out. Tim Wilson used to be our head of grounds crew. He's good friends with Mike, and I said, why does he do it? He said that just for his eye, it works a lot better. You see that he took out the white lines. Not seen anybody else do that. 1-1 here to Eddie Julien. The wind, it was talked about, Dan, it's going to be a factor again, blowing left to right. It was swirling like crazy. We saw Teo, Julio, and Kelenic all have to make big time adjustments on balls. A couple of balls looked like they were crushed, and then the wind knocked them down, and Julio had to come in about 40-50 feet to make a play last night.
It was certainly tough on defense, and then it seemed like later in the ball game things died down a little bit. Joey Gallo was able to cut that wind and go deep to center field, hit it right through that wind, but it did die down a little bit later in the ball game. But you're right, it really was causing trouble early on.
Yeah, I saw Teo in the garage after the game, and I said, what about that wind? He shook his head and said, it's over, thank goodness. 2-2 here. Look out. Woo. Oh boy, was paying attention.
Interesting lineup structure tonight for the Twins. Last night kind of switched off right-hander, left-hander, right-hander, left-hander. Tonight they've bunched all those left-handed together, handed hitters together 2 through 6. And they did a lot of damage last night, no doubt about it, when you look at what Julien did, what Kepler did, and then Kirilloff as well.
Strike 3 called on Eddie Julien, 1 down. And the accompanying Ric Flair woo on the woo strikeout. That works.
Well, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, Mick delivery, Supermo. You see the action coming back on the plate. Cal Raleigh getting around it a little bit and pulling it back on there.
This young man's really poised, and we've seen that. I will always remember that first start he made at Texas. So you look at Alex Kirilloff, the first baseman. 2 pitches, he's down 1 run. Simeon and Seager back-to-back doubles. Here's the only Twins batter without a strikeout last night. But Wu has really come on, and his 1 victory, an impressive 5 1/3 inning rout at Yankee Stadium. Pick up a win. That was back on June 22nd. Took a no-no into the 6th. Gave up a single to Gleyber Torres. 2-0 here to Kirilloff. Back in there with his striking. He'd like to have a little more economical first inning than Logan Gilbert had last night. Logan 26 pitches. Logan was able to manage and go 5 and wind up getting a win. But he was really scuffling the first 2 innings last night.
Yeah, and Brian's gotten a couple of calls here early on from the umpire. Pretty big zone to start the ball game.
Mike Malinsky working with Sean Barber at first base, Alan Porter the crew chief at second, and Jim Wolf at third. 3-1. And at first, 1 out, just underway. And ball 4. He needs a double play ball right now. First and second, 1 out. Today's SAP broadcast is brought to you by the Laborers Union, 47,000 strong in the Northwest. Another left-hander. What a parade. Here's Max Kepler.
Brian, his last start, Dave, 10 days ago, July 8th. So looks a little strong coming out of the chute today. A little extra on his fastball, and see it kind of running out of the zone just a bit.
Off the fist, fouled off. We showed you his arsenal against right-hand hitters, giving up a 122 batting average. Against left-handers, 360 batting average. So that well in the mind of Rocco Baldelli, the Twins manager. That gets away from Cal. Runners will advance. Their fastball.
Well, it's a four-seam fastball, and it's down. You can see Cal expecting it more up in the strike zone, and goes down to glove. It just kind of skirts off his glove.
Well, takes the double play out of order. Could use a couple of strikeout or pop up or something right here. Runners at second and third, infield playing back. Ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, really good ride on that fastball, top of the zone, 96. I didn't get a chance to get down into the Twins clubhouse today, but I wonder if there was any heckling going on with Kepler last night on that double. Tripped himself up with his own bat, got to second base, and just
off the fist. They were, it was a show and go day. I was down there, I was looking for people. Nobody was there. They all came in late, didn't take any batting practice. But the thing was cool that we talked about last night. He took it well. He knew he was going to get blistered by the fellas, and he just, first thing he did is looked at the bench. That was pretty cool. 1 and 2.
Oh, nice stop right there from Cal. That was the cutter. Take a look at Cal. He's going to square this one up right in the chest. And great job on that pitch. McDelivery Supermo gives a good look at that one.
It was textbook.
With that runner at third base, as a catcher, you do everything you can to keep that ball in front of you. That's nice work right there.
And Cal is not going to the one-leg approach. Our friend Tom Verducci and Ron Darling and Brian Kenny and MLB Network had a long spot about that. Runner at third, 9th inning, catcher on one leg, and if the ball gets away, game's over. They showed a bunch of instances on that. I thought of you immediately when I saw that piece. Fly ball. Backing up Pollock, feeling for the fence, makes the catch. Correa scores. Runner at second holds 1-0. Minnesota. Sac fly Max Kepler's 34th run batted in. So 2 down here in the Twins first. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. There's Matt Wallner. At the DH. Pops it up foul. Game on the line, winning run at third. Are you decidedly old school that you got to be on both feet as a catcher, not down on one leg? I know for framing purposes that is in vogue these days. Yeah, it's a really interesting question because it's also the time where you might need to get that pitch as well. So you go back and forth. But I think we talk about our catchers. Sometimes you might have to go a couple of feet, get in your best blocking position because that run at third base, it means the ball game. That's where just kind of game feel comes in play a little bit. But as a catcher with that runner at third base, you just have to be so aggressive to keep that ball in front of you. That's where your goalie skills came in handy too, right? Yeah, I channel a little Tony O there. I don't blame you. Tony Esposito, a great goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks a few moons ago. Yeah, here's a good one. 1 and 2 here to Wallner. Time called by Wallner. Wallner came on a pinch hit last night in the 8th inning and was struck out. Pitch count here for Wu. He's at 22 right now. As we mentioned yesterday, Logan Gilbert 26 pitches in the first inning. Logan didn't give up a run. There's a run on the board here now. Hit him.
It's a four-seam fastball, and we know the movement that Bryan Woo can get, and you see it just looks like maybe got the top hand or the bottom hand. Take a look here. Looks like maybe that front hand clipped that batting glove of Wallner.
Like he got some knuckles there. That had to hurt.
Pete Woodworth out now to have a visit with Bryan. See Wallner still shaking that one off.
Quick visit by Pete. Coach of the Year from Baseball America last season. Scott Service. I understand his concern here. Don't want to let this game to get away early. It's 1-0. Couple of men aboard. 2 outs. 6th man to the plate is Willie Castro, starting in center field today. He's a switch hitter. It's 6 guys swinging from the left side in this game tonight at the start for the Twins. He gets fastball, nice and easy at 96. Scoring change, pass ball. They're going to give it a wild, call it a wild pitch. Darren Pador rather is the official score. He changed his mind. That's his prerogative. Fouled off.
A good job by Bryan right here to get ahead quickly. 0-2. Done a pretty good job of that. 6 hitters this inning. He's been ahead of 4 of them with first pitch strikes, and it's a good situation to get 0-2. See if he can put him away quickly.
0-2, 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 Twins, first inning. Fights it off. Trouble. Just got foul.
Well, it's 96 miles an hour and a little too much plate for an 0-2 pitch. You see it sneak back on about middle of the plate. Saw a lot of these left-handers last night, Dave, going the other way as well, especially in those RBI situations.
Castro in his first year with the Twins after 4 with Detroit. Here's the 0-2. Straightaway center field. Kelnick coming on. He's got to play it on the hop. Runner coming around. Here's the throw. It's offline. And the Twins have a 2-0 lead. Willie Castro coming up big. Single and an RBI. Takes second on the throw.
It's a fastball inside again, and it's about belt high. Not a bad location for a left-handed hitter, but he's able to pull his hands in and just muscles this one into center field.
And Ty France is looking to make the cutoff and get that runner going to third. Couldn't make the play. Kyle Farmer, he's at third base tonight. Runners at second and third. Farmer, a 7-year veteran, has been with the Dodgers in Cincinnati. First year here with Minnesota. 0-2.
Couple of good fastballs right there. A 2-seamer to start him at the bottom of the zone, and then a 4-seamer and just splits that outside corner. And attacking a lot with that fastball.
Trying to get out of this inning. 0-2. And he does. Picks up a strikeout. His second. 7 men to the plate. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 left. 2-0 Minnesota with the Mariners coming to bat. Get going and stay consistent for a long run here, beginning or picking up where they left off last night. Here's J.P. Crawford to lead things off. Dan, tell us about the rest of the fellas.
Well, as you mentioned, Dave, Julio with a night off tonight, so Eugenio Suarez will slide into that 2-hole. He's at third base, 2 for 4 last night with a home run. Jared Kelenic will bat third. In center field, he had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base last night. Ty France, the man of the hour, he bats 6 at first base. And Jose Caballero will play second, bat 9th tonight. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI in last night's game as well.
6'9" Bailey Ober. First pitch strike.
15th start on the year. 5-4 record, 2.61 ERA. 82 2/3 innings, 79 strikeouts.
Bailey's 28 years old, out of Huntersville, North Carolina. Went to the College of Charleston.
There's a first look at that changeup, and that's a really devastating pitch for him. That'll be a great one, especially against the lefties, but really a go-to pitch for him.
Third year in the big leagues, all with Minnesota. J.P. Crawford having a nice run. 255 batting average, leads the ball club, leads in on-base percentage as well. Hitting the ball consistently harder this season. Scott Service lauds him almost every night. Said if had to pick an MVP of the team, be JP when you add the defensive component.
It's so vital, that defensive component at the position of shortstop that he plays.
There you go, base hit. And J.P. Crawford gets things started here for the Mariners.
Here's a look at the arsenal for Bailey Ober. 4-seam fastball, not a lot of velocity, but good ride to it. That changeup at the bottom of the zone. He'll use a curve and slider as well. And this will be the defense behind him. Gallo in left, Castro tonight in center field. Farmer, Correa, Julian Kirilloff left to right on the infield, and Christian Vasquez, the veteran, will do the catching for Ober.
There's Gino, takes a healthy cut last night. Big home run for Gino on a 2-2 pitch. The man aboard, 7th inning. Give the Mariners a little cushion. 32nd birthday. Happy birthday, Gino. 31 home runs a year ago, sitting on number 12 right now.
Talking about JP, and I think a big reason why he's been hitting the ball so hard. He sees it so long, he sees it so well, and not afraid to go right back through the middle like he did right there. Go the other way. We see him hit the ball all over the field, but he is having one heck of a year. And
Gino straight away center, deep, carrying, giddy up, baby. Hey now, Gino with a home run. Happy birthday, big fella. 2-2 ball game here in the first. That's what we've been waiting for. A Gino surge here in July. And it got started last night. It continues this evening. Happy birthday. Good vibes only. Boy, nothing like a big birthday 2-run jack. Gotta love that. Here's Kelenic. Boy, that'll wake you up.
And more importantly for the Mariners, erases the deficit, gets them right back in this ball game.
Yeah, takes a rule, eases his mind. J.K. off the glove of Correa. Kelenic continues to hit the ball hard, continues to go up the middle, the other way.
Well, that's 3 consecutive hits now for the Mariners, and all of them have been to center field. As you take a look at Gino's home run on McDelivery Supermo, just a great swing, stayed on it, and he is loving it. Gets the Mariners right back even with the Twins.
Here's Cal Raleigh. Kelenic, oh man, he had to take an extra push to get back. He had the lean working.
Jared 12 out of 16 in bags this year, so they're going to keep an eye on him.
You bet. And you know he's going to be aggressive too. So Julio with the night off, at least at the beginning of the game. As Kelenic, as Raleigh swings through. Gino with 2-run homers, 13th homer. He's the RBI leader on the ball club. He's got 56. Cal, 12 home runs, 36 runs batted in. Oh, and 2. So 2-2 ball game. Kelenic creeping out on that lead. He holds, and Cal comes up empty. Strikeout victim number 1 for Bailey Ober. Gonna bring up Teoscar Hernandez. He's the home run and triples leader for the Mariners. Boy, another swing and a miss. Teo 1 for 4, got a double to left last night's game.
That's a good ride on the fastball. And those are just above the zone. Really hard pitch to get on top of or to do anything with. We see that kind of fastball, Dave, a lot with Paul Sewald, and these fastballs between these two guys, Paul Sewald and Ober, are very similar. So we're going to see a lot of swings up there at the top of the zone because it comes in, looks like it's going to be in a good spot, and just continues to ride.
Kelenic takes off. Good break pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Now you cut Randy Johnson. This guy's 6'9". As a hitter, he's in your front porch.
Yeah, it's feeling like he's really close to you when he strides out there and releases the ball.
Teo battling 0-2. Hernandez coming off a fine month of June. Kelenic, he took off last pitch. See if he does it again. He doesn't. Teo lays off a pitch way outside.
Well, Vasquez behind the plate. He's a veteran. 11 out of 41 throwing runners out. That's about 27%, which is above the average of 21% in the big leagues. He's pretty good at it.
Oh, that's close. He had the lead. Really good. Almost stutter step to get back.
It's a pretty good move from Ober.
At 6'9".
He's quick and pretty athletic getting it over there.
Had to have been a pretty good basketball player at 6'9", you would hope. 1-2. Up the middle. Base hit. Teo. Kelenic digging for third. No, he'll shut it down right there. He accelerated going into second base and decided to shut it down. So Teo with a good start to his evening. Let's see if the man of the hour, Ty France, see if he can have a big night at the plate. Looking to break it 0 for 20. Boy, Teo hit the ball very hard. That's impressive. First and second for the Mariners. 1 out. Love the way the Mariners have answered right back. Breaking ball for strike.
4 hits today in the inning for the Mariners, and they have all been right back through the middle, all hit hard.
Month of June good for Ty, 286. Scuffling here, as you mentioned, 0 for his last 20. Soon to break out. That's the hope. He's behind 0-2.
It's that good changeup right there. He started him with the slider, then breaks away from him, and then the changeup that breaks into him.
2 runs on 4 hits for the Mariners. 0-2 count here to Ty France. 1-2. Ty, the 6th man to the plate. Top of the first, took a little bit more than 15 minutes. Approaching that territory about now. Here's the 1-2 pitch here to Ty with 1 out. He'll do it again.
I think we're all right with the bottom half going a little bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep getting some runs. Gino started it. You know, JP actually started with a base hit and then brought him home on the home run that sliced into the stands into the J-Rod squad area. 1-2 to Ty. Good take. 2-2.
That's that fastball Mariners need to lay off of tonight, and Ty did a nice job there laying off that one.
Boy, what a contrast from last night. Sonny Gray, his arsenal seemed like it was never ending. Two and 2. Line drive, left field. Kelenich's gonna walk home. Teo flying, getting a wave on from Manny. Now a stop sign. He runs through it. Here's the throw from Correa. In time, he got him. Ty France, a ringing double. Plates a run. The Mariners have a 3-2 lead.
Well, it's a slider, and it ends up in the middle of the plate and down. Ty France with just a great swing, stays right on it, pulls it down that left field line. And as you mentioned, Jared scores easily. Teo was off and running. He wanted to score. Manning was trying to hold him up, and he continued to run anyway.
Vasquez, nice tag. Jeff Scatting, Mike Malinsky was right on top of it. Here's Mike Ford. He homered on his birthday back on July 4th. Run out there for Mike Ford. 3-2 Mariners here in the first. That's hit on the button. Base hit. Coming around Ty France. Here's the throw to the plate. Oh, brother, they got another one. So 2 men thrown out at the plate here in the first inning, but the Mariners have a 3-2 lead. Hey, Eugenio Suarez. Hey, it's your birthday. Have a little fun. Why not? Put a little John Hancock on that camera. Beautiful night here in Seattle. We've seen a very explosive first inning. Man, oh man. And Ty France bobblehead with the baguette. Thanks to Root Sports. So how about that first inning, Dan? 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 runners thrown out at the plate. But I get it. Teo ran through the side.
Yes.
The second one was a send by Manny with 2 outs. Make him throw you out, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and it was a really nice throw from right field.
Really good throw by Kepler and grab and tag by Vasquez. He did a good job both times. There's Joey Gallo.
This game has started out with a bang.
Yeah. Better call some friends because I think we might have a doozy on our hands here. Pony up to the old TV set. It'll be Gallo, Vasquez, and Correa 8-9-1 against Bryan Woo. Struck out 2, walked 1 first inning. And you're shocked that Joey Gallo struck out 1 down.
Oh, with this fastball and his location up in the zone, that 4-seam, that's a really tough pitch for Joey Gallo. He's got that natural loop zone with his swing, and Bryan able to exploit that up and in. Really nice pitch.
40+% strikeout percentage. Here's Christian Vasquez up the middle. JP throws out the one-time Boston and Houston catcher. Got his ring from his time with Houston last time they faced the Astros. Hey, be here at T-Mobile Park for marquee matchups all season long, including a 3-game set against the Red Sox Monday, July 31 through Wednesday, August 2. Lock in those seats today at Mariners.com. Enjoy a great summer outing right here at the ballpark. Quick 2 outs here in the second.
Well, I think it comes at a good time. Started the inning with 30 pitches. He could use a quick inning here. Save that pitch count a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get deep. Bullpen has seen a lot of action the last 2 games. First pitch to Correa. Ball 1. Correa swung the first pitch, single to left. Came around to score and a sac fly by Max Kepler. Good to see those gentlemen taking some infield. Colton Emerson, Ty Pete taking infield, taking batting practice today. Boy, they had a lot of eyes on them. Front office, Chairman John Stanton, President of Baseball Ops Terry DePoto, the skipper, players.
I don't know about you, Dave, but 17-year-olds have gotten a lot bigger.
Amen. I was talking to Scott Hunter, director of scouting.
Yeah.
I said, dude, really, 17? Seriously? Man, they are put together.
Big and strong, and a lot of balls leaving the yard. It was impressive.
1 and 2, 2 outs. I love talking to Perry Hill about them. They took some work at shortstop. They participated in the infield.
Right.
I said, what'd you think? He says, oh, I can work with them. He said, they left too many marks on the field, heavy feet, but I can correct that. No, I said, I know you can. You probably get it done in 10 minutes. JP was very solicitous and helping them when they were doing the double play drill, and he slowed it down for him and watched him, you know, hey, just take your time, make that good throw. You know, that's sort of a 3/4 almost underhand throw. Right. I thought it was really cool watching, you know, an older guy saying, hey man, here's how we do it up here. That was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's just such a treat for these guys, newly drafted, ready to start their professional career. Get a chance to be around big leaguers here at the big league ballpark. What a great thrill for them today. Awesome stuff.
Woo trying to have a quick second inning here. Strikeout and a ground out. He's full count here to Correa. High target from Cal. Little comebacker. Takes his time, throws over. To get him in a 1-2-3 second. That's right on time. Now see if the Mariners can continue to swing that bat. A 3-2 Mariner lead. Now it's time for a look at the Northwest Chevy Silverado drive of the game. Eugenio Suarez hits it into the no-fly zone. 32nd birthday present to himself. Not bad, and 2 home runs in less than 24 hours. Good for Juno. Bailey Ober, he saw a lot of MPH here in that first inning, didn't he?
Yeah, some great swings from the Mariners. Great approach right through the middle. See those exit velos, pretty solid contact.
Pollock pops it up. Hang in with it, the first baseman Kirilloff. Nice play, 1 out. The wind really took that thing. He must have drifted 15-20 feet. 1 down brings up Jose Caballero. Cabby last night 1 for 3, had a big RBI single to left field 5th inning. But the Mariners were down 2-0 and scored 4 times to take the lead. Five doubles, a triple on his ledger. He's got 15 stolen bases, only caught twice. The battle here is behind quickly, 0-2. I like how a lot of Jim Wolf did this. When they call timeout,
they come out from behind.
Yeah, come out from behind. It didn't seem like they were doing that. They would just step to the side in the previous weeks, but I noticed that everybody stepped. I mean, it's so demonstrative. No doubt about it what we're doing here. Don't throw it. 0-2.
Good take right there from Cabby. That's that slider down and away. We saw that a ton last night from Sonny Gray, and the Mariners able to hold off on those pitches, especially there in that 5th inning.
I think the phrase you're looking for, he was throwing the kitchen sink at him last night.
Yeah, he was.
Man, he had everything.
Yeah, he did, and he really tried to lean on that slider quite a bit, but Mariners were not biting.
3-2. Cabby, a slicing drive into the gap, right center field. It gets down, digging hard. This is going to be close. He dives. He's in there. Hustle double, Jose Caballero. Love the energy he brings.
McDelivery Supermo, he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he just goes with it right center field. That wind knocks it down, and it drops in front of Willie Castro. Turns and throws. Good tag by Correa. He does get the foot of Caballero, but the hand already in there. And as you mentioned, a hustle double from Jose Caballero, thinking 2 out of the box.
It's not going to shock me if he tries to steal third. JP with a hard single to left field. First time up, opening up the home first. A lot of gaps out there. Carlos Correa playing up the middle.
He is flirting with that line right there at second base as well.
See, he did that last night.
Yeah, he did.
1-1. A lot of acreage between he and the third baseman. 1-1. He is getting a barrel to it.
He is seeing the ball so well. Everything is off the barrel, as you mentioned, and that one was smoked but foul. Timing is good. He's seeing it well. It's a good place to be in as a hitter.
Caballero, good speed. He's at second with 1 out. Has anybody played a cat and mouse game better than Cabby? I mean,
He likes to make it happen out there.
oh man. Well, I hope the umpires are paying attention, making sure Cabby the Correa's a ground ball to first. Make sure Correa stays on the correct side of second base. JP moves the runner up. And I'm bringing up for Gino. As Twitter Tuesday continues, here's your second chance to win. Use hashtag RootQ2 and tell us how many relief pitchers the Mariners will use in tonight's game for your chance to win 2 tickets to rock out with Iron Maiden on August 11th at Snoqualmie Casino. 2-run homer, 1. On 1 to Gino. So if you fans of Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, this is a cover band, Iron Maidens. There's a difference. I missed that chapter of my rock and roll hard rock history. Gino 2-1, 2 out. Caballero at third. 2-2.
Good changeup right there from Ober. Gets to the zone and then just kind of drops. The bottom drops out of it.
Two pitch. Strike him out. Leave a runner at third. Mariners lead at 3-2 as we go to inning number 3 here at T-Mobile. Felix is going to be inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame on Saturday, August 12th. Don't miss your chance to be here for the festivities, including a Supreme Court shirt giveaway for the first 40,000 fans, thanks to Starbucks. Get your tickets at mariners.com/Felix. Dan Wilson and I called that perfect game. I believe that was perfect game number 24 in the history of Major League Baseball. Great day. It was a Wednesday getaway day. About 20,000 people. Tampa Bay was on hand as Eddie Julian leads off.
It was really nice to see Felix over the All-Star break as well. He's really excited about August and that induction.
What's your favorite memory of that game?
Well, to me, I remember him.
The base hit up the middle. That kid can't hit. Eddie Julian had 3 hits last night.
I remember Dave sitting up there. We were both on pins and needles, of course.
Right.
And he went 2-0 on the last hitter of the ball game.
Sean Rodriguez.
And the memory I have is curve, slider, and then changeup to finish it. It was just unbelievable stuff he had. I mean, the 2-0 count didn't bother him at all.
Yeah,
he went right after him with his good secondary stuff, and then that was it.
His command of that stuff was just phenomenal. And it was, I tell you, as we look at Alex Kirilloff, it was the second perfecto I called that year. The first year, April 21, I think it was here. We were at Fox Regional going into New York and Boston. I was working with Eric Karros, Philip Umber, threw a perfecto against the Mariners. And I remember Karros complaining. He says, "Come on, man, let's go full national. We got a perfecto here." He didn't come to us till about I think there was one out in the ninth inning. He was killing Matt Vasgersian. What are you doing? He's killing him. And that was a throw. But to have your guy, have a Mariner call it, and how many times did I tell you I'm hyperventilating during commercials? I had to calm down.
And I think about the fifth inning, you and I both kind of looked at each other and said, this is feeling pretty special.
Pollock running out of room. Gone. Alex Kirilloff. He had a 2-for-4 night last night with an RBI. He hits a 2-run homer here. And Minnesota retakes the lead. His 6th home run. RBI's 24 and 25. He's their leading hitter with the .277 batting average coming into today's game.
Well, this is that left-handed gauntlet that Rocco Baldelli has in that lineup, 2 through 6. And Kirilloff goes the other way into the Twins bullpen.
Twins 8th in home runs in the major leagues starting tonight. Batting average wise, out of the 30 teams, they're 24th, 20th in hits, 25th runners in scoring position batting average, 8th in home runs, at number 1 in strikeouts with the Mariners right behind them. That's major league rankings. 1-0 to Kepler. Kepler did his share of damage last night. Scared the daylights out of Mariner fans. 9th inning with a 3-run homer to make it a 1-run game. A 4-3 game. We're in the 3rd. Man, oh man. Couple of field goals, couple of touchdowns. Combined 12 for 20. Woo. Diamondbacks had their hands full with the Blue Jays over the weekend. Blue Jays will be coming to Seattle this weekend. And Wu loses him on a 3-1 pitch at the first 3 men have reached.
Pacifico is brewed for those who live life anchors up.
Brian Wu going to try to get it back together here. He's given up a base hit, a 2-run homer, and a walk. We mentioned Arizona and Toronto. Toronto swept Arizona and scored 19 runs on them, giving up just 9 over the weekend.
Well, just as we saw the Mariners start laying off Sonny Gray's slider, Twins have kind of started to lay off that Brian Wu fastball at the top of the zone or above the zone. Not been going after that pitch. He's been making some pretty consistent pitches up there, but not a lot of swings.
1-1 to Wallner, who was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Need some outs here. Runner at first. Infield double play depth. Up high, 2-1.
Cal going to go out for a visit after the home run, and then the walk. Falls behind, 2-1.
Solid leadership moments turned in by Cal last year when Matt Brash was scuffling in Chicago, cold day, and he went out, said a couple of words, and man, things got turned around quickly.
We call it good visit, right?
Yeah. Well, you were talking about his leadership skills yesterday, right?
And he has exceptional skills for sure. And a guy like Brian Wu, who's making just his 8th start in his career, he's going to lean heavily on Cal.
2-1 to Wallner. He's up high. 3-1. Eighth start for Wu, 3rd at home. 23-year-old right-hander trying to get right here. It's pop up. Who's going to get it? JP out there, and he takes charge. So we check in with Piper. Piper, what do you have?
Well, the Mariners had crates and crates of these baguettes to give away to fans today who got their tickets through the South of France special ticket promo. And each year they told me that this event has just been such a hit that they've just continued to find ways that they can try to elevate it, try to make it even more special for fans. And I did talk with some fans earlier this evening who said that they were kind of bummed to miss out on the baguette. So if you're interested in this kind of thing in the future, check out mariners.com/promotions for exclusive giveaways and events. Guys.
Good info, Piper. Thank you very much. Here's Willie Castro. RBI single to center in the first inning. What a contrast. 7 men to the plate, 2 runs on 2 hits, and they left 2. Second inning, a 1-2-3, and now here's a base hit. The Twins, pesky tonight. Good night here for Castro so far. He's 2 for 2.
You see the cutter on the outside corner, and he just goes down. Takes what he can get and pushes that through the left side of the infield.
So the Twins do a good job going the other way last night as well.
Yeah, especially those left-handed hitters, and that's 3 hits that time through that little gauntlet of left-handed hitters right there against Brian Wu.
One of 3 right-hand hitters, Kyle Farmer, struck out on an 0-2 pitch. Since Kelenic hard to his left. Both runners tagged. The runner at first bluffed. Advancing to third is Kepler. 2 outs. So here's Gallo. Be careful. Like you said, at his loop zone, he beat him with the pitch there first time on 3 pitches.
Yeah, as long as you have some elevation to it, I think you're okay. It's when you get that down and in area, that's where he can really hammer it, and middle of the plate down, that's where he's going to really be able to crush it.
Strike 1.
I think Castro will give Gallo a couple of shots at it, but he's got a lot of speed at first base, 20 out of 24 in stolen bases, so he's wanting to take off. He might wait till 2 strikes to do it.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Gallo at 40.3% strikeout percentage coming into today's game. Runner bluffs, and Gallo takes ball 1.
Just missing on that inside corner. EQC Tracer has it just off. Continuing to try to pound Joey Gallo in on the hands.
Runner goes inside. Cal's throw. One hopper into center field. That'll score a run. Kepler comes home. A stolen base for Castro is 21st, and E2 allowing that run to score.
You can see Cal's going to have to reach for this one inside a little bit. And sometimes that can throw off your timing and your footwork. And you can tell Cal is frustrated with himself right there.
5-3 Minnesota here in the third. 2-1 to Gallo. It's a good pitch right here, 3-1. Gallo does not cheat himself with those swings. Joey in his 9th big league season, been with bulk of his time with Texas, 7 years there, a couple of years in New York that didn't go well. For sure with Minnesota, also last season with the Dodgers. Boston. That is the 3rd walk. So runners at first and second. Pete Woodworth going to make another visit the pitching coach. And things really getting away from Wu. This is the 8th batter to the plate here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, pitch count now up to 65 pitches with 2 outs in the 3rd. Really, it's been that fastball, the four-seamer especially, where he's just been having trouble keeping it in the strike zone. A lot of pitches up above the zone and then wide of the zone as well.
Right now it's all on Wu. Nobody heating up. Mariner pen. Last night when Logan Gilbert was scuffling and Scott Service went to him and said, hey man, we need you to go 5. You better get that fastball working. A little better command of it. Right now Wu needs to make an adjustment as well. 5-3.
Give Logan a lot of credit last night. He didn't have his best stuff, but he still gave 5 good innings for the Mariners, gave that offense a chance.
Runners at first and second for Vasquez. He grounded out to JP. Eighth man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Minnesota 2 on the top of the 1st inning. Mariners answer with a 3 spot. Eugenio Suarez, 2-run homer. But now 3 on the board here, top 3.
There's that four-seamer right there. That's a really good pitch, and that's the one he's been looking for, that he's been missing with. And really what that does, David, sets up everything else. The cutter, the slider. Once he finds command of that, then he'll be able to use his other stuff more effectively.
Chop foul. That's a lot of pitches being the 3rd inning. The 0-2 to Vasquez. Look out. An important out to get right here. You got Correa, the leadoff man. He's on deck. Pitch number 30 coming up here. Oh, 2 to Vasquez. He's batting in the 9-hole for Minnesota. Runners break. Pitch swung on a miss. Breaking ball top of the zone. Couldn't get to it. Twins put 3 on the board. See what the Mariners do to respond as we go to the home third inning. Check out the T-Mobile coverage cam here at T-Mobile Park. A lot of Mariner fans here in the building. Game 2 of 4 with Minnesota. Then wrap up the homestand with 3 with the Toronto Blue Jays, who are surging. They have started today 5.5 off the pace, third place in the American League East. And you know, the Blue, it's like they say, don't do it basketball. They talk about Kentucky fans. The blue wave is coming. Well, it's going to be a blue wave coming to Blue Jay fans this weekend. Here's Kelenic lead things off. Then a line drive off the glove of Correa, who's playing up the middle again. Came around to scoring a Ty France single. Kelenic, Raleigh, and Hernandez here in the home third. Kelenic, leader in doubles, tied with Teo, co-leader in triples, and leads the club at slugging at .443. Bailey Ober on the mound, 6'9". And did he check his swing? He did, as they check with Jim Wolf down at third. 2-2. On the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Ober. One down here in the Mariners third. Summer. It's in full swing, and it's great to come down to T-Mobile Park. Mariners wrap up their 4-game series against the Twins. Special matinee matchup coming up on Thursday at 12:40. So grab those tickets today at Mariners.com. Cal Raleigh popped it up. First baseman Kirilloff. Quick 2 outs. Teo with a base hit to center field. Tried to score on the Mike Ford base hit, but was thrown out 7-6-2 for the second out. 2 men thrown out at the plate in that first inning. Teo and Ty France.
Teo turning away from that changeup, just kind of chasing him inside. Really good movement on that pitch.
Second baseman Julian playing up the middle.
Just like we saw in the second inning with Bryan Woo. Pretty efficient inning. Ober looking to get one of those himself. Pitch count now at 50.
Two and one. A lot of scoring here. These two teams we talked about a lot yesterday. Hit that a long way foul. They mirror each other. Pitching, defense, batting average, not exactly blowing your socks off.
It is pretty remarkable, Dave, when you look at the numbers. There are not very many points that separate these teams in their numbers. It's pretty incredible.
Teo goes down swinging. These are the number 1 and 2 strikeout teams in baseball. 5-3 Twins. Use hashtag RootQ3 and tell us which Mariners batter will hit the highest exit velocity on a fair ball in tonight's game for your chance to win a Ty France autographed baseball. And reminder, winners are chosen at random. Ty France right now the leader at 108.5. Correa swings and misses. He's got service. Looks like he's going to try to get 5 out of Woo. We play top of the 4th. One shortstop to another.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $11.99 at papamurphys.com.
Tough hitter Eddie Julien struck out looking, singled to center and scored. Coming off a 3-hit night last evening, twice gone shooting one to left field.
Well, Julien didn't like that call. Pitch was just a little above the zone. Couple of really good pitches to Correa. That first pitch cutter on the outside corner, and then the 2-seam fastball on the inside corner. Good start to this inning for Bryan Woo.
Five runs on 5 hits for the Twins. Woo has struck out 3 and walked 3. He's 1-1 here. Mariners 3 runs coming in the first inning. Eugenio Suarez a 2-run homer and RBI single tied France. 2 runners thrown out at the plate. 2-1. That's all kinds of trouble. Home run for Eddie Julien, his 8th. Second hit tonight. Hits in consecutive innings. His 15th run batted in. And the Minnesota lead is 6-3. You mentioned started tonight 8th in home runs in the major leagues.
Well, Eddie Julien is some kind of hot right now. 3 hits last night, 2 hits already tonight, and this one a home run. Mick Delivery Super Mo. He turns on this, and the fan right there, right on the stairs.
Nice catch. No action in the Mariner pen. There's Kirilloff. He homered. 2-run shot to left.
Look at that hitting streak. 6 games now for Julien and 632 during that stretch with 5 extra base hits.
Walked and scored in the first. 2-run homer in the third. There's a strike. There's movement in the pen. Isaiah Campbell grabs his glove. 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a run in. There's Isaiah Campbell. High fly ball deep left center field. Kelenic on the track. Can't get it off his glove. Kirilloff digging for third. He'll get there standing. They have taken it to Bryan Woo today.
Well, if there's anybody that's hitting the ball like Julien, it's Kirilloff. He gets a pitch off the plate away, 93 miles an hour, and Jarrett calling for it, but it's just going to go off the side of his glove as he hits the wall and then runs down that warning track. Takes a minute for AJ to track it down, and Kirilloff gets all the way to third base.
Infield drawn in, 1 out, runner at third. Line drive, they're hitting him hard. Kepler, sacrifice fly, walk, and a run scored. Hard hit rate 6th in the majors for the Twins. One and one. This will be pitch number 85. We're only in the 4th. Two and one.
There's that cutter. Misses down with it in the dirt. He's looking for that ground ball. He wants to keep the ball down.
Last 2 starts for Woo. He went 6 innings in each and gave up just 3 hits and 2 runs in each of those games. 2-2.
Another good cutter down at the bottom of the zone.
One out, runner at third. It's going to make it 7-3 Twins into the corner. Teo digs it out. Here's the throw to second. Head first dive. RBI double. Max Kepler, and they're wearing out Bryan Woo. A merciful end here in the 4th for the youngster. Isaiah Campbell will take over when we come back.
Welcome back to T-Mobile Park, where the Minnesota Twins lead the Seattle Mariners 7-3. Tonight is the South of France here at T-Mobile Park, which presented the perfect opportunity for Ty France to make his Mariners bobblehead debut. And this is a fun one. He's just standing there, gleefully holding his baguette, which is a sentiment I can understand because I have been carrying a baguette around the ballpark all night tonight. But 20,000 fans are going home with this bobblehead tonight, I would assume just as gleefully as he is holding this baguette. But guys, you know, Bryan Woo, it's been a tough outing, first outing really for him since his major league debut.
Indeed. For Bryan Woo, that tough first outing was in Texas, and he got knocked around here this evening. 3 1/3 of 8 hits, Dan.
Yeah, tough night for him. They did a really nice job laying off that fastball above the zone. 4 strikeouts to 3 walks. 87 pitches over that 3 1/3 innings, and he gives way to Isaiah Campbell.
There's Campbell, born in Portugal, raised in Kansas City, went to the University of Arkansas. He's a big Albert Pujols fan. Swing and a miss by Matt Wallner. And for Campbell, Dan, this is his 3rd big league game since being called up. Debuted in Houston 11 days ago.
Oh, big fastball, mid-90s, 95, 96 miles an hour. He has a cutter and a slider as well.
Runner at second, 2 runs on the board here in the 4th inning, a 7-3 Minnesota lead. Wallner hit by a pitch and also popped out to JP at short. Boy, threw a breaking ball and that thing got lost.
Slider up and in, but nothing but a strike.
Thankfully. 114-2 on the exit. 2-2. What an inning for Minnesota. 1-out homer by Eddie Julian, a triple, then RBI double by Kepler. 2-2. There's a strikeout, much needed. 2 down.
It's a really good pitch right here. After that slider in, he comes up and in with that fastball. 96 miles an hour, and it's the location of it. You can see right up in there by his hands. Not a lot Wallner can do. Great pitch by Isaiah.
Well, Castro's had a good day. RBI single to center, base hit to left, and a stolen base. On right after him. Gonna like that. Former starter. Likes his role as a reliever now. He's comfortable with it.
Starts him off with some good quality pitches. First pitch in. That one splits the outside corner.
Campbell picking up his roommate Brian Wu. They were roomies down in Arkansas. Oh, 2 with 2 out. Campbell trying to shut the door here in the 4th. The Mariners back to swinging the bat. Get some life back into this place, and maybe that's a start right there. Strikeout. Strikes out too many faces here in the 4th. The inherited runner does not score. Busy time. Time to go to work here again for the Mariners, down 7-3. Don't forget, stick around after the game. Mariners post-game coming your way. The post-game show presented by Emerald Queen Casino. Angie, Bill, Jen, Tom, and Piper on Ty France, South of France night. Pretty cool bobblehead with the baguette. Here's Ty. First pitch strike. RBI single to left field back in the 1st when the Mariners scored 3 times. Had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. Be Ty, Mike Ford, and A.J. Pollock. Popped it up, taking a look is Vasquez. Nothing doing. Over so far. He struck out for 4, giving up a home run to Gino. RBI to Ty France. No walks.
Pretty quick inning in the 3rd. Just 11 pitches. Keep his pitch count under control just a little bit. He's kind of settled down after that 1st inning.
Big guy, 6'9", 260 out of Huntersville, North Carolina, and the College of Charleston. Twins 12th round pick in 2017. Appeared in 11 games, 11 starts last year, went 2-3.
He's kind of in a streak right now where he's 5 consecutive quality starts. He's been pretty effective for this Twins team.
Ty France, high drive, left field. On the track is Gallo. He's there to make the play. 1 out.
Make delivery Supermo. You see this changeup spin, and it comes back to the middle of the plate. And exit velo of 101. Ty kind of watching it. Looks like maybe he thought he got underneath it just a little bit. But after Joey Gallo made that catch, he kind of looked over at center field and told Willie Castro, hey, that ball got pushed into left center big time. And I think that cost Ty a little bit. He caught that ball over by the 376 sign more, and that's a tougher place to hit it out of the ballpark.
Mike Ford single to right. First AB. 1-2.
Good to see Ty, though, finding the barrel a couple times early. That ball was hit well. He just got underneath it just a touch because of the changeup.
This will be Correa. 2 outs. Well, the Blue Jays are coming to town, everybody. Biggest series of the summer this weekend at T-Mobile Park. Mariners capping off a 10-game homestand with a 3-game set against those Blue Jays Friday through Sunday. Tickets, they are going fast. Lock in your seats today, Mariner fans. Let me say that again. Lock in your seats, Mariner fans, because our Canadian brethren, you know they will be thick here at T-Mobile Park. There'll be a lot of people in Seattle this weekend. Taylor Swift, 2 concerts. Mariners are here. Boy, oh boy.
Couple of day games. Love it. Day baseball on the weekend.
That's big time. Enjoy this magnificent weather. We'll be 3 layers deep in September, but right now
we can't complain. This time of year, we can't complain.
Hey, no doubt.
November? All right.
Although I will say, if we're playing in November, that's a good thing.
That's right.
A.J. Pollock popped out the first, and he goes down on a 1-2 pitch. Man, another quick inning for Bailey Ober. And Ty France got caught in it here just moments ago.
Yeah, hit that ball really, really well. Got underneath it just a little bit, and it was affected by 23 feet. And you can take a look at that right there. Had it not been for that wind, it would have ended up in the Mariner bullpen. So pretty good wind, and as we were talking about that, my papers are blowing all over the place up here. So
occupational hazard. Bottom of the order for the Twins: Kyle Farmer, Joey Gallo, Christian Vasquez against Isaiah Campbell. He inherited a runner in the 4th and got the final 2 outs via strikeouts. Farmer is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly to center. Campbell on relief for Brian Wu. And a couple rocky innings, and they got chased by the Twins.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, Dave, but 10-day layoff could have had something to do with maybe trying to find that fastball command. It was a little difficult for him tonight. Sometimes when they have a little bit longer layover than they're used to, tough to find it.
Campbell behind 3-1 to the leadoff man here in the 5th inning. And he's trying to paint and didn't get it. Walks the first man as we check in with Piper Shaw.
Thank you, Dave. Well, if there's one thing that I've learned about myself tonight, it's that I don't exactly know how to properly wear a beret. So I'm going to have to check in with our beret correspondent, Angie Mentic, after this one. But I've seen so many fans in the stands tonight rocking these Mariners beret. And I love the detail on this year's with the Vive Thai France MLB style patch on there. But people are really getting it into it here tonight. I've seen people even dressed up as mimes in the crowd, really leaning in to the bit here for the South of France, just showing love for our first baseman.
Well, they have come prepared.
Got the beret on the trident there.
Marceau fans as well. Trident, you gotta love that. Have some of the bread. Good carb night. 1-1 to Joey Gallo. Walk and a strikeout tonight. It's a wild pitch. Runner to second is Farmer. And it counts 2-1 to Gallo. Tonight we saw Wu with a wild pitch, Campbell now with a wild pitch. There was a hit batter. Two and one.
Good backdoor slider to even up the count. It was a cutter that he threw in the dirt off of Cal's glove, and then a good slider to come back into the count.
A big time pop up. JP had to really be nifty on his feet there. That wind current is amazing. One out, one on. Support the Mariners during the second half of the season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. So gear up with your Mariners at MLBshop.com. That guy did it. Looks like the whole family all merged out. Christian Vasquez 0 for 2, ground out to short and a strikeout. Look at all the double-digit scoring we're going to show you here. Dodgers blow out 10. My goodness, look at all these runs. Buccos a while ago were at actually first place. Woof. Got a lot of Met fans are really disappointed this year. Diamondbacks beat the Braves in Atlanta by a big number. Ouch. 17-3.
Must have been blown out at Wrigley.
Royals unload on the Tigers. Giants in the rain. What's in the water tonight? That's a lot of runs.
A lot of big numbers.
The Reds just made it the 11th team to go double figures. Man, oh man. Well, I would say right now there was a lot. As an old friend would say, those ERAs got blowed up. I know Jason Stark or Sarah Langs will come up the last time that happened. To have that many double figure.
That is pretty remarkable.
Double digit scoring. Man, oh man, that's a lot.
Pitching has seemed to dominate this game lately, and then have an explosion like that offensively.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 2 down. Second time Vasquez is K'd. Third strikeout for Campbell.
Pretty good pitch on the outside corner. McDelivery Super Mo just freezes him inside. And Vasquez does not like it.
There's Correa. I'd say on the boo meter, I think the boos are a little bit louder for Altuve when he's here.
Agreed.
He gets step out of the dugout, but it's just raining down. Pitch com issue for Cal.
He's gonna have to get a new pitch com.
Battery died. Remember, I tried one on last year. It's pretty effective.
It really is. I think it really does a nice job to speed up the game, and where it becomes a little difficult is when the pitcher starts to shake, because then you have to find the different button. Can take a little bit of extra time.
I like what Paul Sewald does. He holds his glove up to cup his ear, make sure he hears it, because he wants to work quickly.
Yes, no doubt. And he's usually in the ball game when there's a lot more noise going on in the stadium with those last few outs. Looks like they got it ironed out.
The way the catcher's covered up too. Swing and a miss. Cal's very dedicated and diligent to covering it up with his glove, because, well, if you're not trying to steal signs, I mean, probably not working real hard in this game. This game is built on that stuff. And if you give it up, people are going to find it.
Oh, no doubt. For a while, Cal used to put it in his glove and do it. Now he just keeps it on his shin guard and covers up.
Used to put it in his glove.
Yeah.
Wow. It's got to be easier on the shin guard. 2 out and an 0-2 pitch. Well, we've lived long enough to see it, Dan. I mean, hey, once a fastball, two's a curve. Let's go. Come on.
Not that simple anymore.
Seriously. Caballero is right there. Throws out Correa. Nice inning by Isaiah Campbell. The Mariners have 1 hit over the last 3, and the last 8 have been retired. Time to get going. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Tequila Herradura. Discover what makes a legend extraordinary always. Tell you what, this sky is fabulously blue here tonight in Seattle, Washington. My friends and fans on the East Coast, welcome to the Pacific Northwest. Jose Caballero leads off. He'll be followed by J.P. Crawford and Eugenio Suarez. Cabby with a double to right center field against Bailey Ober. But, oh my goodness, second time. He tried to bunt his way on last night, did the same thing, popped up to the pitcher.
Cabby trying to get something started here. Finds the third baseman back. He's just going to lay it down, but gets underneath it just a little bit. Easy play for Ober. It was a changeup, and you can see it running back in. I think early on in this ball game, Ober struggled finding that changeup, especially in that first inning. He got behind, and the Mariners took some good at bats on him, hit the ball up the middle, but he's been able to find that changeup here lately and has kept the Mariners in check.
And oh man, here's JP popping out to Correa. That's 10 consecutive batters retired. 2 quick outs, 5th inning. Bailey Ober has really figured things out. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits in the first inning. Gave a 1-out double to Caballero in the second, and nothing since. Here's Gino.
Another changeup right there to get ahead. A lot of soft stuff from him, really accentuates that 91 miles an hour, 92 at the top of the zone, especially with the ride that he has. He's going to slow you down to speed you up. Ooh.
That's not what he had in mind, either guy.
Four-seamer gets away from Ober, just kind of runs up and in, and you can see it hit that elbow guard square.
Tell you what, kudos to whoever it was that invented the elbow guard. I'm telling you, it saved a lot of IL time. Two out for Kelenic, a base hit to center and a strikeout looking. Strike one. Jake Aiken put some life back in the building here. 7-3 Twins, bottom 5, 2 out. And hit batter ended a run of 10 consecutive hitters retired by Bailey Ober. Comes in with a 5-4 record at 2.61 ERA. Game planning. Keep it in tight against Kelenic.
I'll see if he goes to the changeup here, 2-1. He's been leaning on it heavy here lately. Yep, there it was.
No Julio tonight, getting a day off. JK's in center. May see Julio late in the game as a pinch hitter. 2-2. Vasquez. Nope. And right on the railing. Kelenic coming off a really nice night last night. 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in. Stolen base, a run scored. A good outfield as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is a fair ball. Oh, brother. Mariners are done in the 5th. Twins lead at 7-3. Shaw.
Thank you, Dave. Well, I mentioned earlier that I've seen so many people just really leaning into the theme tonight of the South of France. I mentioned I saw a couple of mimes. I actually met these mimes, believe it or not. It's more difficult than you might think to have a conversation with those who don't speak. But I asked, do you have a favorite mime move? What's our favorite nonverbal? Oh, the selfie. The selfie. Okay, let's see. No, I gotta do it again. Do it again. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. I love the baseball face paint as well with the 23. It's awesome. This is David and Megan. You guys rock. Thanks, guys.
Well
Dave.
done. Well done. Taylor Saucedo takes over. He's got 2, 3, 4 in the order. This kid's been tough right here, Eddie Julien.
See the numbers for Saucedo. 28th appearance on the year, and another hit for Mr. Julien. He's on fire.
He's putting on a clinic. Left-hand hitters going the other way.
Yep, got a slider up in the zone. Slider up in the zone. McDelivery Super Mo about belt high, and he just lifts that the other way.
That is impressive. We saw him do that last night twice. Taylor Saucedo takes over. Isaiah Campbell pitched an inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts and a walk. 28,141 on hand.
Eddie Julien with 3 hits last night, 3 hits tonight already, 1 a home run.
And again, we're going to see a lot of Minnesota. 7 games, 10 days.
Yeah.
We got the 4 games here, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. See Rocco Baldelli and company in Minneapolis, downtown Minneapolis. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Boy, he had him bailing as Saucedo was coming out of that first base bag.
Well, Saucedo in there for this group of lefties. And you're right. Look at that front hip. It is in the Mariner dugout right there. No chance to stay on that slider at all. Good pitch from Taylor.
Chases Julien back. Julien doesn't run too much. He's 2 for 2. Kepler, sac fly in the first, walk and scored in the third, home run. Make that a double. RBI double in the fourth. Yeah, stay with that pitch. I don't blame him.
Good feel for his slider tonight, and that's going to be super effective with these lefties.
JP stops it. Infield hit. Great effort. 2-men aboard.
Off the bat, I thought this might be a double play, and then see JP had to go to his right. He backhands it, able to make the glove play right here. You can see him glove it, make delivery super Mo, and then just fumbles the transfer.
Love the effort.
Outstanding effort.
Gonna be a pinch hitter now. Donovan Solano, right-hand hitter. So Rocco Baldelli going to use his bench here. A pinch hit for Wallner, a left-hander. Solano last night 1 for 4. Got a 9th inning single to right and a run scored. The Twins made it a 1-run ball game but fell short. Slow roller. Here comes Gino on the run. Big time play. 2 outs. Runner to third. Let's take a look at our Corona What's on Tap. Here we go. Here are the games left against wild card contenders. 7 against the Angels, Astros, Twins. My goodness, 3 games each against the Orioles, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. Face all 6 opponents in the next 31 days. You're going to have a real good idea what the postseason may or may not look like. And look at the wild card race.
It's going to be tight.
Off the end of the bat, Willie Castro, 1-1. He's had a good night. RBI single, base hit, stolen base. He did strike out.
He'll turn around, hit right-handed off of Saucedo. We haven't seen him hit right-handed yet.
2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. 1-2.
Look at that, Dave. Game under 10 runs.
Ohtani 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. Ohtani is not pitching in that game. 1-2 pitch here. How about this? Most home runs in a 40-game span in a single season the last 25. And Ohtani right in the middle of it.
And there's some big-time home run hitters in there, too.
Indeed. 1-2, 2 out. Need an out here. Not going to get it. Julian scores. And a runner, the second runner, Kepler was being waved by Tommy Watkins and he didn't see it or ignored it. And on the throw, Castro goes to second.
Well, Mariners catch a break here. It's just trying to backdoor the slider. Catches a little bit of the play. You can see Castro hit it right in the hole. Julian will score easily. And it looked like Kepler was going to score, and then he stops. A little bit of miscommunication down there at third base.
The runners at second and third again. 2 outs inside. Almost hit him. 8-3, 11 hits now for Minnesota. So much of the Mariners' success built on pitching. It's not working so far tonight unless the offense really gets in gear in a hurry. Twins 20th in scoring runs per ball game. And the Mariners number 3 overall in ERA. Minnesota right behind him, fourth, a very close fourth, microscopically close. But it's all been Twins this evening, 1 and 2.
A lot of production from those top 4 or 5 guys in the lineup for the Twins. And you mentioned it, David, you know, for a team coming into this series, it was going to be pitching, it was going to be bullpens, it wasn't going to be a lot of offense. And we saw 13 runs last night. We're already at 11 tonight.
Farmer, the 6th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Full count. And Joey Gallo, left-hand hitter, he's on deck. Stay 3 and 2. Mariners 3 runs on 6 hits in the first inning. Second inning, 1 hit. Since then, nada. Protecting the plate. Turned into a long frame here. 8-3 Twins. 3-2 pitch. Walked him and the bases are loaded. That was the 140th pitch by the Mariners. And now the bases are loaded. And guess what Joey Gallo's thinking about?
Well, they've done a good job of pitching him in with the hard stuff, especially Brian Wu.
You've seen a lot of this slider from the side.
They stay hard right there down in the zone. Good pitch.
Oh, 1. Yeah, he did commit. 0-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs here, top of the 6th, all Minnesota to this point. Home run damage has come against right-handers. 0-2. Strike 3 called. This job by Saucedo limits the damage to 1 run. Twins with an 8-3 lead. In charge right now, 8-3 Bailey Ober on the mound. He's retired 11 of the last 12 that he's faced. Mariners have gone hitless since a one-out double by Caballero back in the second inning. So they are really hungering for a hit while these folks enjoy their baguettes. I think there'll be a lot of empty brown bags around here. There's Cal, fouls one back. Bailey Ober has struck out 5. He's not walked anybody. Gave up a 2-run homer to Gino in the first, an RBI single to Ty France in the first, and nothing since then. Cal pops it up, playable. Farmer, 1 out. So 1 down here in the 6th. Here is Twitter Tuesday's question number 4. Predict what the speed will be of the fastest pitch thrown in the 7th inning for your chance to win a Mariners new era cap. Still have one more question, so stay tuned. The baseball cap. There's Teo. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Single to center in the first, was thrown out trying to score on the base hit by Ty France. Second time up, he struck out. Mariners last night, 7 runs on 7 hits. They got 3 runs on 7 hits tonight. Two and 1 to Teo. Three and 1. Give it up empty. Bailey Ober coming in with a 5-4 record, a 2.61 ERA, and man, he has been in control since that second inning.
Yeah, no doubt. No walks tonight, only a hit batter, and he's faced 23 hitters tonight. 21 of them he's been ahead 0-1.
There you go.
21 first pitch strikes, so he's been pretty dominant in that category, controlling the count.
Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, will be thrilled. Sure, he's well aware of those numbers in real time. 3 and 2 here to Teo. Popped it up.
Oh,
again, the win wasn't a factor this time, not as it was before. Quick 2 outs. Nice job by Kirilloff to stay with it.
well, he swung the bat well tonight in this one. A little bit of trouble, especially towards the end. Looked like he had a beat on it. Little last-minute adjustment.
And here's Ty France, RBI single first inning, flying out to left, deep to left. Wind didn't do him any favors in the 4th inning when he led off of the deep fly ball on the 1-2 pitch. Slicing drive into the gap. It's hanging up. Making a play, Kepler, in a 1-2-3. That is 14 of the last 15 retired by Bailey Ober. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by T-Mobile. Home or away, get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile. And by Home Street Bank. Make sure your money is working for you with a CD from Home Street. Visit homestreet.com/dugout for rates. Member FDIC. Beautiful night here in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Washington. We're at T-Mobile Park. Game 2 of a 4-game set. Twins, Mariners. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson with you. Root Sports crew. And Bailey Ober's thrown a heck of a ball game. Yes. Twins have jumped all over Mariner pitching for 8 runs on 11 hits. Here's Christian Vasquez, the catcher, to lead off 0 for 3. Ground out to short. Strikeout, swinging and looking. It'll be Vasquez followed by Correa and Julian. Taylor Saucedo came on in the 6th, gave up a run on 3 hits and left the bases loaded. There's your broadcast schedule for tomorrow in the pitching matchup. Kenta Maeda against Luis Castillo. Pulled foul. And foul tip held on by Cal Raleigh. 1 out. Strikeout for Saucedo was 3rd. We check in again with Piper Shaw.
Well, the motto for tonight's South of France event is Manger bien, rien souvent, aimer beaucoup, which roughly means eat well, laugh often, and love a lot, which sounds like a perfect night at the ballpark, but it also serves as a great way for me to attempt to use some of the French that I learned in college. But one of the details that I love from tonight's event is that every time that Ty France steps up to bat, they announce him in French, and the place just goes wild. And just kind of a nice detail, you guys. I'm sure he's feeling the love this evening.
Well, we should be toasting him with some champagne, too, from France. Would be nice. Thank you, Piper. Correa, strike 1. Correa, 1 for 4. First pitch of the ballgame, single to left. Since then, 3 groundouts. Saucedo's got him 0-2.
Taylor doing a nice job pounding the strike zone, working quickly.
Who are the quickest workers you caught back in the day?
You know, coming up with Cincinnati, Tom Browning was exceptionally fast.
Bless his heart, he just passed away not too long ago. Yeah, that no-hitter he threw. You were gone by then, right?
Yeah, I wasn't there yet.
Ooh, up the middle. Here's Cabby. Off the bag, the tag. Nicely
nice
done,
play.
Ty France.
Nice play on both ends right there. Correa's asking them to look at it, and looks like Rocco wants to take another look. Ty with a nice pick right here. A tough play with the runner coming at you. And Correa says no. And it's a tough look right there. Hard to tell if he made contact on that first swipe.
Minnesota is challenging the out call at first base.
Sean Barber umpired first. That was the voice of Alan Porter, crew chief.
Hard to tell from that angle if there's any contact.
Gonna be real close. They have so many angles here.
That's the one where it looks the closest, but it's hard to tell if there's daylight between the glove and his pants. And it gets a little lost right there. This angle right here. Looks like Correa might have an argument. He was pretty adamant right away, Dave, for them to take a look. So
he
feels pretty strongly.
Yeah. First base coach Hank Conger out of Federal Way. Good to have Hank back in his home environs.
Two interested parties eyeballing the scoreboard to see what their opinion of it is.
Correa is ultra confident that he didn't get him. I've had a lot of good looks at it, but nothing super definitive.
Now, and to overturn, it's got to be pretty sure. Call on the field is that he is out.
So Sato's going to try to stay warm. Caballero made a nice play. Yeah, he totally blocked right there. I think Correa's got a good point. One out in the 7th. The Mariners. All right, here we go. This might be the best view. You know, his hand didn't, the glove looks like it didn't get any resistance at all, right?
Yeah. And I think
we're going to watch the pant leg here.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out.
Mariners will take it.
Minnesota will lose their challenge.
Caballero stayed with it. Great job by Ty France. 2 outs, 7th inning.
that was one heck of a play.
It sure was.
By Cabby to backhand that, get off a throw. And then a great pick and tag by Ty France.
So 2 outs now. That's 4 consecutive ground outs by Correa on a 1-for-5 night. Tough hitter here, Eddie Julien. 3 hits in his last 3 plate appearances. Single to center, home run to right, base hit to left. He will spread it all around.
Three for 4 last night.
Bet.
So far tonight, 3 for 4.
Last night, 2 shots to the left side and a pull shot to right field. 1-1. Gotta hurry. So a 1-2-3 7th stretch time here in Seattle. Mariners will have the bottom third of the order. Work to do, down 8-3. In fact, over the last 10 years, more than $1.2 billion have been contributed to education. Right now, the Mariners on the short end to the Twins. Game 2 of a 4-game set, 8-3. Here's Piper Shaw.
Well, one of the real treats from this evening's South of France night is that Ty France is such a good sport that he's agreed to do a 23andMe test to find out if he's actually got any French in his DNA. So let's take a look at those results. Is France from France? Ireland, let's check that out. He does have some Irish in him, 38% Irish. He is 12% from indigenous Americas. Italian, no Italian in Ty's blood. Poland, is he Polish? He is not Polish. France, here it is, the moment of truth. Ty France does have some French in his DNA. He's 29% French, you guys. That's right, 29%. That's not insignificant.
Cue up La Marseillaise. Thank you, Piper. There's Mike Ford leading off against Jordan Balazovic.
Balazovic, good fastball, 95 miles an hour. He's got curve, slider, and change to go with it. Look at his numbers. 9th appearance on the season, a 1.64 ERA for Jordan. 9 strikeouts in 11 innings.
That's hit well to the gap. That's going to get down. One hop off the fence. Ford playing from him. Got to hurry. Oh, he's in there. Ho, ho.
And the Twins don't have a challenge. This throw is a great throw right here on the money, but it looks like it hits the cut of the infield grass and kicks.
Michael A. Taylor just into the game. Here's Pollock. A double. They're out of challenges. They could have asked for it, but they didn't ask for a review. Ford has to hold Correa for the out. Bailey Ober was outstanding tonight after he got through the first inning.
Yeah, he was really tough on these Mariner hitters. 6 innings, 7 hits. 6 of those hits coming in the first inning. 3 runs. They were all earned. 5 strikeouts, no walks. Dave, I had about 9 flyouts. He's a fly ball pitcher with that changeup and that high fastball. And he had the Mariner hitters fooled tonight. Found that changeup, and that was what he needed to get him through that 6 innings. And that's now a streak of 6 consecutive quality starts.
Good work by big 6'9" right-hander. Run down some of the changes for you. Castro takes over at third. Michael A. Taylor, we told you about, he's in center. Pitch to Cabby. Popped up. Right fielder Kepler coming on. It's going to be Kepler as the first baseman Kirilloff got out of his way. So 2 outs, back to the top of the order. J.P. Crawford is in foul territory. By 90 pitches, 63 strikes for Bailey Ober. Top of the order, here's J.P. 1 for 3, first inning, base hit to left, since then a ground out the first, pop out the short. Farmer moves from third base to second base. Center fielder Taylor, and I think that's about it. Balazovic is the pitcher. Told you that. 1-0 pitch.
21 of 24 first pitch strikes for Ober tonight. 88%.
Sheesh.
That's
getting some work done.
Pretty high level right there. A lot of 0-1 counts.
3-0 to JP. Mike Ford at second, 2 outs. Mariners need base runners. Need several platoons here to get back. And this might be the start right here with 2 outs. 4-pitch walk.
Yo, Jack, that a baked brownie in my munchie meal?
You know it, Snoop.
Say less.
Pete Mackey, quick word from the pitching coach. Twins got 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth. Mariners 3 runs in the first inning and have been shut out since. Since then, as we play here, bottom 7. Eugenio Suarez, 2-run homer in that first inning. Later on, Ty France delivered a run with a single. So 3 runs on 6 hits, and we thought we were in for a bonanza of offense. It has yet to come to be.
Giovanni Moran beginning to warm up for the Twins down in the bullpen.
Gino with a couple of men aboard could make it interesting here. Breaking ball for strike. Gino celebrating his 32nd birthday today. One and one. Mariners, who were behind last night, come back to win for the 20th time to come from behind fashion. 1-1. 2-1. Mike Ford's at second. J.P. Crawford at first. Statcast powered by Google Cloud. That home run by Gino back in the first was his 13th, and RBI's 55 and 56, team leader there. Deep to left, but not deep enough. Gallo on the track. Mariners leave a couple. To the 8th inning we go. It's all Twins. Ty Adcock.
With you from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's take a look at some of the other action around Major League Baseball tonight. Starting in Texas, where the Rangers take down another division leader, the Tampa Bay Rays, by a score of 5-3. Marcus Semien with his 13th home run on the season. Corey Seager his 14th for a Rangers club that has now won 5 in a row. The Houston Astros on the road, falling at Colorado by a score of 4-3. So as we take an updated look at the standings in the American League West, the Rangers with that 5-game winning streak up 4.5 on the Astros and currently up 8.5 on the Mariners as we reconnect with Dave and Dan.
Tom, thank you very much. Alex Kirilloff to lead off against Ty Adcock. Adcock came in last night, got to 2 outs, put a couple of men on, and then gave up a 3-run homer to Max Kepler. Made the game real tight at 7-6. Paul Sewald came on to get the final out. Throw it, duck special, base hit.
Third hit now for Kirilloff tonight.
Here's your final chance to win big tonight. Tell us who's going to record the final plate appearance in tonight's ballgame for your chance to win a Root Sports prize pack. Thanks to everybody who participated, and make sure you join us again next week for more Twitter Tuesday. Max Kepler. Kepler sacrifice fly in the first, walk and run scored in the third, RBI double in the fourth, and an infield hit in the sixth. And that base hit by Kirilloff, the 12th hit for Minnesota. Had 12 hits last night. Nice save by Ty. Mariners looking for the first double play of the ball game.
Good 4-seam fastball. He's got a good one, 97 miles an hour on the average. That one at 96. Good slider as well for Ty.
Minnesota came in swinging some hot bats, having swept the 3-game set in Oakland. They scored 20 runs in that series, giving up 15. Rocco Baldelli's club, game and a half lead on Cleveland entering today. 1-2 pitch.
Saw this in the Detroit series too, Dave, but a lot of foul balls. We saw it last night. Some pesky hitters get to 2 strikes. Tough to put them away. Find a way to make contact, just foul it off and fight to see another day.
On a button hooked foul. Last night Mariner pitching struck out 14. Mariners only struck out 7 times. As mentioned, coming into tonight's game, #1 in Major Leagues strikeouts. The Minnesota Twins at 963 and the Mariners second at 908. Got a good look at Bryce Miller there. 1-2. Fly ball deep left center field, going back. Pollock makes the catch. Kirilloff had gotten a second. He re-tags second and returns the first. Nice play by AJ.
It's a good defensive play right there. AJ has to go a long way for this one. McDelivery Super Mo. You see him on the track, make the catch, but ball hit a long way to left field.
There's Donovan Solano, came on as a pinch hitter back in the 6th, grounded out to Gino at 3rd. 1 out. Breaking ball got away. 1-1. Looking at the Mariners home A, 3-4-5 coming up. You got Kelenic, Raleigh, and Hernandez, and don't forget Julio's available pinch hitting duty. Got the day off. Been a long week or so. Got the All-Star break. Kelenic out in center field. Two down, runner at first. Top of the 8th. All Minnesota so far. Julio and the Mariners, they square up against Rafael Devers and the Red Sox coming up on Monday, the 31st of July through Wednesday, August 2. Make sure you enjoy the Seattle summer and a marquee matchup at T-Mobile Park. Get those tickets today at Mariners.com. Another great year for Devers. Willie Castro. Pulled foul. How about this, folks? 197 runs have been scored in Major League Baseball today, not counting the suspended game. That modern record is 222. That was June 10th, 1962. Sounds like it might have been, I'm going to guess, Curtis, help me out here. Was that a Yankee-Detroit game or a Yankee-somebody game? Was in the middle of all of that? That's a lot of runs, man. What do we have? 30 teams. We had 62. We had probably 8 and 8, 16. We probably had 18 teams at that point. That's a heck of a lot of runs. Talking about 62. Let's see, big hitting teams back then. The Giants, the Yankees. I want to say, I think Detroit. It was a good baseball card collecting year for me. 1962.
I could tell. It's impressive.
This is pitch number 170 by the Mariners. Oh, nice play, Ty France. Well done. Much to the delight.
Standing O.
Mariners baseball is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Revenue. 1 in 7 people have unclaimed cash. Do you? Visit claimyourcash.org. And by UW Medicine, top-ranked research, care, and learning working together to improve your health. UW Medicine, a higher degree of health care. Birthday wish list. The 11th birthday right here. Mariners game, a Julio jersey, and get on fan cam. All right. Check it all. Good deal. Happy birthday. Jake Kay's going to lead it off. Jared Kelnick here in the 8th.
She and Gino, same birthday.
Nice. Good guy, former Mariner. Emilio Pagan takes over. First pitch swinging, high drive, left center field, stand in the yard. Michael A. Taylor with the catch. Emilio Pagan was with the Mariners his first year in the bigs back in 17. He went 2-3 in 34 games, all out of the pen with a 3.22 ERA. Since then, he's moved on to Oakland, Tampa Bay, San Diego, and now his second year with Minnesota.
95, 96 miles an hour with his fastball. He has a slider and a split. This 5-run lead, he'll probably be going right at these Mariner hitters.
Comes in with 3-1 record, 3.66 ERA. Last year, 4-6 with Minnesota with a 4.43. That's a good pitch. 1-2.
That was a splitter right there. So started at the bottom of the zone, right about middle of the plate, and just bottom dropped out.
Strikeout percentage this year 23%, down from 30% last year. One two to Cal, one out, nobody on. Two and two. Mariners had a big first inning. That was a tremendous response to the Twins, who went 2 runs on 2 hits, 2-0 after the top half of the first. Mariners answer with a 3 spot. Cal swings through, 2 outs. Second time he's K'd. Mariners get 3 runs on 6 hits, 2-run homer Gino on his 32nd birthday, first AB. And then later, Ty France singles in a run. They also had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. So you're thinking, okay, it's going to be all right. They've had 2 hits since then.
Well, we knew coming into this series we're going to see some tough pitching. It's a pretty good Minnesota Twins bullpen as well. And Bailey Ober with an outstanding outing, making the adjustments necessary and finding that changeup. Second inning and beyond.
Rolls over on one. Charging is Castro. Just got him. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 8th. Top 9 will be the bottom third of the order for the Twins, who have a commanding 8-3 lead. Has been outstanding in his last 11, a sub-1 ERA and 9 1/3, 1 earning, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts, and a career best 39 appearances. That's good stuff. Good work. Guys had the TJ surgery, bounced around, has been out, missed some time, and back healthy and performing at the highest level for the Mariners. Good for him. Kyle Farmer. Strike one to Farmer. Started the game at third, moved over to second. 0 for 2's walked twice. One here from Ty Adcock. Deep drive left field and leaving the yard. Off the video board out there. Farmer with his 6th home run, 21st RBI. It's now 9-3 Minnesota. Ball got hammered.
One of 2.5 exit velo. It's a slider, ends up down and in, and Kyle Farmer gets the hips open, drops the head, and drives it into the Twins bullpen.
Back-to-back nights. Adcock has given up home runs. Gave up a 3-run shot in the 9th last inning. All right, last night rather. Joey Gallo fouls one off. He must have one limber back. He is ripping hard. Two and one. Mariners in the 9th. Ty France, Mike Ford, A.J. Pollock scheduled. Three and one. Thirteen hits for Minnesota tonight. 3 and 2.
Good slider there on the outside part of the plate. Got Gallo out in front.
Struck him out. Ty Adcock, his first strikeout since coming on in the 8th inning.
Nice work right there, using that 4-seamer off that backdoor slider. It's a good combination with a guy like Gallo.
Catcher Vasquez has K'd his last 3 times up. He's 0 for 4. There's 9 runs the most the Mariners have given up since June 30 when they lost 15-4 here to Tampa Bay.
Tough night for Vasquez with the bat, but did a very nice job with Ober, steering him through that tough first inning and then getting him to settle in later in the ball game.
I like the point you made earlier too, that he took a throw from Correa and got the out on Hernandez trying to score in the first inning, and then right after that he took a throw from right field and got back in time and got the tag. And 2 easy calls for Mike Malinsky, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, a couple of nice plays at home plate.
Ty's going to take a look. Nine runs, 13 hits for Minnesota, 3 runs, 8 hits for the Mariners. As you mentioned, Minnesota scored a lot of runs lately. 3 games ago, they scored 10 runs and a 10-7 win at Oakland. Last game before the All-Star break, Baltimore hung it on them 15-2. A lot of crazy scores this year. Tonight, as big a scoring night as we've had in a long time. All around the majors. Pollock will take care of this. 2 outs. Top of the order, and Carlos Correa. This will be his 6th plate appearance. First pitch of the ball game, singled to left and scored. Since then, 4 groundouts. 1 to the pitcher, 1 to JP, 2 to Cabby. That's well tagged. Pollock going to watch this one leave the yard. Does the same thing that Farmer did. He hit that video board out there. And double figures now for the Twins. Home run for Correa, his 12th, RBI number 42. It's a shooting gallery here. Twelfth team to score 10 or more runs tonight. Yikes.
Exit velo 105. You can see him go down. It was a slider again, down in the zone. And he goes down to get it. And enjoys a moment with the bench on the way around.
Boy, 9th inning has not been good to Ty Adcock. Giving up 2 runs tonight, home runs tonight, and a 3-run shot last night. Michael A. Taylor, his first plate appearance. Two runs up on the board here in the 9th. 2 outs, 2-0 count here to Taylor. Make it 3-0. Back with the strike. Three and 1. Way out front.
One of his better sliders right there. Starts it middle of the plate and runs it off. Really nice pitch.
12 of the 30 teams in the big leagues have scored double figures tonight. Payoff pitch here to Taylor. Swing and a miss. Inning over. Bottom 9. The 199th run scored this evening, and happened right here in Seattle with Carlos Correa going large. Second home run of the inning for the Twins. Bullpen enjoying it. Twins in command, bottom 9 here in Seattle. 10 runs on 14 hits. Pitching matchups in the next 2 days. Kenta Maeda, Luis Castillo, and then Pablo Lopez against George Kirby to wrap things up. Big home run night here for Minnesota. Kirilloff, Julian, Farmer, and Correa. Mariners going to need a big game out of Luis Castillo. Hopefully they can give him some run support. George Kirby looking for a bounce back performance.
Well, as we talked about a lot, these guys making their mental notes on some of these hitters as they watch.
New pitcher Cole Sands.
12 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts for Cole. Mid-90s fastball, curve, and splitter for Sands.
Backhanded by Kirilloff. 1 out. One for 4 tonight for Ty France. He did break an 0 for 20 with the RBI single left field in the first inning.
Yeah, some really good at bats from him. That one right there, that's the old Ty France we're used to, hitting the ball the other way. We saw him hit the changeup to the wall that really the wind knocked down in a big way. Some really good at bats for him tonight. He's right there getting ready to blow.
I like it. I like it. And the wind put a wind not a factor now. Early last night for pretty much the entire game, and then tonight for about half the game. Swirling wind here at T-Mobile Park. Mike Ford, couple of hits. He got a single to right in the first inning. Popped out to short in the fourth and doubled to center. That was in the 7th inning. Sands will take it himself. 2 down. And that'll bring up A.J. Pollock. Three runs on 6 hits in the first inning, and since that time the Mariners just 2 hits. Mariners starting tonight 27th, batting average and 28th in hits. Pollock tonight has popped out the first, struck out, and grounded out to short. Two and one. Say this, Dan, these kind of games you get your tail whooped like this. It's easy to forget, easy to flush.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I look for him to bounce back with Castillo tomorrow.
And I don't care, you could be the most dynamic team in the world or scuffling team. You're going to be on both ends of these types of games on multiple times during the course of a long 162.
Yep, absolutely. You will see these types of games.
A lot of times too, it seems like, I mean, you don't go into a game thinking it's going to be a blowout. It's a game you say, hey, it's going to be really competitive, you know, and it just goes completely opposite.
It's a game of adjustments. You go out there with your game plan, and sometimes you have to adjust. And tough one for the Mariners tonight.
The all-inclusive explanation for this kind of stuff. That's baseball.
Yep.
Talking to Tony Arnerich about this on Sunday. Hey, A.J. Pollock with a base hit, coming with 2 outs here in the 9th. Good for him. Just the 3rd hit over the last 8 innings.
Taking that cutter right back up the middle. Nice base hit for AJ.
Cabby with the double, tried to bun his way, popped it up and fouled out to the right fielder. 1 for 3. One and one. Breaking ball for a strike. 1 and 2.
There's a curveball right there. Cutter before that. Working Cabby away with the off speed.
Did not offer. 2 and 2. Two pitch. Second will take. 3 and 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty good splitter right there. Tried to get him to chase it. Good location, middle of the plate, but down below the zone, and Cabby. Good take.
3 and 2, 2 out. Pollock at first. 10-3. Minnesota. Runner goes and swinging a miss, and that's your ball game. Twins even this series at a game apiece in resounding fashion. 10-3. Mariners now 2 and 3 on this homestand.
Pretty good outburst offensively for the Mariners in the first, but then Bailey Ober took over and found his stuff. Really kept them quiet throughout, and then the Minnesota Twins offense that didn't have, not very highly touted, Dave, coming into this series, but they have swung the bat well here the first couple nights, and especially a couple of those lefties at the top of the order. Eddie Julian, Alex Kirilloff, those guys are really swinging the bat, and they're going to be a force the Mariners are going to have to contend with here the next 2 nights.
All right, close the book on this baby right here. 10-3 Twins. For Dan Wilson, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame starts right now with Tom Glasgow. Tom?
All right, David, thanks so much. So a blowout night for the Minnesota Twins. Far from a clean game tonight for the Mariners. They did score 3 times in the bottom of the first, but also in that frame had 2 runners thrown out at home. Later, Cal Raleigh with an error on a throw down to second base. That allowed a run to score from third. It just wasn't the type of game the Mariners needed. Brian Wu on the mound had a rough start. His worst since his first, gave up a couple of home runs. The Twins hit 4. They win at 10-3, and we are just getting started on Mariners postgame.